When you look at a company like JCH Digital, one question matters. Are they actually legitimate? Their core claim sounds almost backwards. They say relying on search rankings alone is actually a competitive disadvantage. Instead, their goal is something they call pre-selection authority, becoming the business buyers already recognize before they begin comparing options. Their philosophy is simple. Advertising may generate leads today, but authority influences buying decisions for years. So is this a genuinely different strategy, or just clever marketing language? Let's examine the evidence. First, who are they? JCH Digital isn't a general marketing agency. They specialize in helping businesses build authority before buyers start comparing competitors. That matters because today's buyers rarely make decisions after seeing one advertisement. They research, compare, and look for trust signals first. Their leadership is also unusual. The company's CEO is a former director of nursing, bringing a trust-first perspective instead of a traditional marketing background. That experience shaped what they call the channel multiplier, but a proprietary name proves nothing. The real question is whether the underlying strategy makes business sense. Their approach isn't about pushing more ads or chasing higher rankings. It's about shaping what buyers discover before they ever contact you. Their belief is simple. Buyers don't trust company claims. They trust what they find independently across multiple sources. That's why they focus on creating consistent recognition across articles, videos, podcasts, news, social platforms, and search. One campaign becomes multiple content formats, each adapted for a different platform and audience, instead of being copied everywhere. Those assets are then deployed across hundreds of channels, creating repeated third-party exposure instead of relying on one website. The goal isn't more content. The goal is becoming familiar before buyers begin comparing competitors. Repeated exposure across independent sources creates credibility that advertising alone can't produce. A different business model doesn't automatically mean a company is legitimate. So, does JCH Digital avoid the industry's biggest red flags? One positive sign is client selectivity. Agencies that qualify clients are usually more interested in results than simply collecting fees. Another positive sign is specialization. JCH Digital focuses on one challenge: building authority before buyers begin comparing businesses. Another benchmark is realistic expectations. Scams promise instant rankings. Credible firms explain that trust and authority take time. JCH Digital even says, authority books your next 5 years. That's the opposite of a quick-win sales pitch. Now let's compare their business model against the biggest red flags found throughout the marketing industry. One major warning sign is agencies taking control of your website, domains, or other digital assets, making clients dependent on them. Other red flags include vague reporting, vanity metrics, and performance claims that never connect to real business growth. And then there's fake reviews, thousands of unrelated backlinks, bot traffic, and manipulated engagement, all designed to create the illusion of success. Those tactics don't fit JCH Digital's model. Their success depends on earning credibility, not manufacturing it. Those shortcuts work against JCH Digital's business model. Fake reviews, bot traffic, and irrelevant backlinks weaken trust instead of building it. That also explains why they focus less on gaming search engines and more on influencing how buyers perceive a business. Their objective isn't simply to rank higher. It's to have their clients become the company buyers already recognize before they begin comparing options. Instead of relying on one website or one platform, they build recognition across many independent channels at the same time. That also explains why clients keep ownership of their assets. The value comes from strengthening the broader digital ecosystem. That's why JCH Digital looks different from a traditional marketing agency. They're building long-term authority, not simply generating traffic. So, is JCH Digital legitimate? Based on its business model and how it compares against industry standards, the evidence points to yes. That doesn't mean it's right for every business. The strategy is built for companies investing in long-term market positioning. The bigger takeaway is this: judge every agency by its business model, not its promises. That's usually where legitimacy becomes obvious. Rankings can change overnight. Authority compounds over time. That's the difference JCH Digital is building its business around.